What up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of What's in the Box Track. Very, very special episode. My man DIgga is on this joint. Now, before I let you say anything, I'm gonna tell y'all why he's here. Me and my man and a couple of other folks, we chat pretty frequently about sports and pretty much everything else. I can't let y'all in on everything we talk about because I don't, cancel culture is a thing. But my man wanted to come on here, discuss the Lakers, but debate with me a little bit on a couple things. So I'm gonna go on and let my man have his piece, but I do want to make sure that we go over a couple things first. So Dave, what up, man? Go on and speak to the people, Compton native. Tell them who you are and
You
all of
better
that.
know that. Hey man, look. Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on, man. It's just this is something like you said, we do this every day. People ain't privy to the conversations we have every day, but we go
Yeah,
through this literally every day in some sort, one way or another.
one
And
way or another.
it gets heated in there, brothers shoot back and forth, but it's all up. I
For
just wanted to
sure.
come on and but now more times than not, I agree with you. But I'll be on your head about all the numbers you be shooting at us sometimes.
Well, look, I had this thing that I'm pretty sure we're gonna agree on the overall numbers. It's when we get to player numbers that's where we disagree, particularly with
Right.
Turi and Prince. But we'll get to
Whoo,
that a little
man,
later.
already you just touched a nerve. Look at you, see?
All right, so look, the Lakers are 56 games in at this particular point, man. They are ninth in the league. Uh, it's been interesting. It's been interesting to say the least.
To say the least, yeah.
Yeah, they started to turn it on. They won six of their last seven games. Um, we got what 32 games left, or no, not
Yeah, something
32.
around there.
26 games left. 26 games left.
26, wow.
26 games left. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So we got 26 games left. Um, before I read off this number, because some people check in early and tune out, so I want to make sure we get this part in.
Okay.
What Not what you want it to be. What do you predict their record will be in last 26 games? You think they go 20-6, 18 and 8? What do you predict their record will be overall?
I'm thinking closer to 18-8 instead of I don't know if they're gonna just lose 6 games because
Okay.
I'm sure Brian is gonna sit out some games.
Sure. Especially towards the end.
And right. His ankle's already messed up right now. I'm surprised that AD is pushing through and going hard to paint every game. And he's kind of looking like a defensive player of the year out there. He
I
gives us what
agree.
we need out there. So having him on the court pretty much every night is a big deal. But I would say like 18-8, man. Just
18
for the
and 8.
simple fact that Brian is probably going to sit out some games, and
Okay.
just because we look good in a couple of games without him, don't mean we don't need him out there. That's not gonna happen all the time.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I got them around the same, man. I could cheat and say 19-7, but I think they really only have 8 losses in them, or else things get a little
A little
dicey.
dicey.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
All right, so let me run off a couple of numbers. I'm not gonna go over every number, but I do think that there are some important things to note real quick.
All right.
Um, so the Lakers are currently in ninth place, as we know. They're averaging about 117 points a game, but they're giving up about 117 points a game, indicative of a
Sheesh.
500 team. Yeah, right.
Right.
Um, I'll I'll run some offense, but I think what we really should be discussing here is the defensive numbers. So real quick on the offense, the Lakers are fourth in the league in field goal percentage. They're actually 13th in the league in 3-point percentage, although they're last in the league in attempts. They're 13th in the league in 3-point percentage, which is crazy because they were bottom of the league in
Right.
percentage early
Right.
on. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
Um,
That's big.
that is big. They're seventh in the league in assist. I think they're second in the last 10 games or whatever. But and in fast break points, they're third in the league. Points in the paint, they're third in the league. But this is where it gets ugly, and this is where I want to get at you and get your opinion here.
All right.
The Lakers are last in the league in second chance points, dead last in
Whew.
the league in second chance points. Right?
Yeah, that's big. That hurts.
That hurts. That hurts. They are also um, last in the league in offensive rebounds, which makes sense. It coincides with second chance points, but they're last in the league in
Right.
offensive rebounds, right?
Right.
They are 15th in the league in giving up second chance points. So they're middle of the pack. Not only do they not get them, but they give them up.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, man. That's tough.
And this is the last number I'll throw out at you before. Last two numbers I'll throw out at you before we get into a conversation about it.
All right.
Fast break points. The Lakers are third in the league, scoring 18 fast break points, right?
Right.
But they're 27th in the league, giving up 16.
Now, how many turnovers do we average a game?
So we average 14 turnovers, which is 20th in the league, and give up 14 turnovers, which defensively is 17th in the league. Real quick, funny stat about turnovers is it's like almost tied between 13th and 20th in the league. Like,
right.
Once you
they're all the numbers are close.
Yeah, those numbers are pretty close. So if you're above, 20 above 13th, you're in a better position. But and the last number, wow. I'm all over the place with numbers for you, but
it's all good. It's all good.
Points over turnovers. Lakers are putting out They're getting 16 points off of turnovers. They're giving up 17, which is 22nd in the league. So already I can see what I believe the problem is, but listening to those numbers as a coach, I forgot to mention my man is an excellent coach, an excellent basketball and sports mind overall. What do you think when I tell you those defensive and really hustle numbers? What comes to mind for you?
Really, we gotta hit that glass. We gotta hit the glass. If we don't, it's gonna be a problem for us because, I mean, we play good enough defense to where we're shutting teams down. But you see, we're giving up so many second chance. We're giving up so many offensive rebounds to the other team. It's mind boggling. I don't understand how.
Me neither.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. I mean, you got Anthony Davis, but see. The thing about it is when Davis is down low, he covers up so many other people's flaws. And then when he goes and he makes a move to cover up somebody's flaws, they got to get behind him and cover him and get on the glass. And that's not happening.
It's not at all.
So you get guys like, okay, look, y'all already know how I feel about Bron. So let me go and get this out the way right now.
Let's go. I'm with it. Let's
go. My thing about that is he's 6'8", 260.
Yep.
Man, get in the post and bang around a little bit and get some boards. When he's on one block and 80's on the other block, they're pretty damn unstoppable.
Pretty much.
And you get offensive boards because I've seen them do it when they're down there together.
Mm-hmm.
But when Bron misses a shot, and the first thing he does is looks for a referee to try to argue. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on, man. You gotta either you gonna get back on defense or go after the rebound. You gotta do one of those. You can't all that arguing with the referee. I know you're 39, but if you're 39 and you average 25 points a game, and you're able to put that out there like that, then you need to get. And there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
I think
everybody
he's a lot of defense too.
He absolutely does.
Yeah.
What we call the old school cherry picking.
Yeah,
he cherry picks a lot, and that's why a lot of times he gets points on we'll grab a rebound and AD will come down and give a Kevin Love chest pass down the court, and Bron is down there by himself.
Yeah. So I think the rebounding is exactly where I'm at. I'm at the same place with you. I'm not even all the way, although it's beneficial, I'm not even all the way big on the Lakers getting offensive rebounds. I'm big on them not allowing them. You know what I'm saying? Basically finishing your defense because the punctuation on your defense is rebounding, right? If you don't rebound and everything you did prior to the shot doesn't matter.
Means nothing. Yeah.
So I really think that the Lakers live and die by rebounding. I'm kind of like, if you're gonna fix anything, you have to fix this rebounding issue.
You gotta fix that, and also, it's not just the rebounding. It's in the fourth quarter, don't stop the ball from moving.
Right.
Because in the fourth quarter, we are notorious for standing up at the top of the key and dribbling 19 seconds out of the clock and then start moving and then look and throw a pass to somebody who's open who may not be ready for it, and you're mad at him because he misses the shot. I mean,
well, you say that, but that's our issue that we discussed in the chat with Bron.
right? Yeah,
Bron will hold the ball for 16 seconds and then drive it.
Lord have mercy.
But
man,
we do have Dinwiddie now. Of course, D'Lo has been playing really well at the point. So
yeah,
if they allow a ball handler in the fourth, maybe that
goes
away.
Man, I don't know. I mean, that is LeBron. You know, my thing is, I think he wants to be successful, but man, see, and I say this, and everybody thinks that I'm just ragging on the dude, but he's done it over and over again. Is what it proves. I think that he wants to be the reason that we're successful.
Sure.
I mean, and just yesterday in an interview, he said he's never been one to really do well with getting compliments. Man, if you don't stop it. You don't do well with compliments, but you can walk around throwing a crown on your head. Come on, man, if you don't stop. Don't do that. Come on, who do you think you're talking to? We see you. We've had you for 6 years now, so we see we've seen it firsthand. At first we used to see it from the sideline, and we thought one thing of him, and then we get a chance to see him every day for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Man, come on now.
Yeah. I'm gonna get us back a little bit and say every great player, Magic, Kareem, Bird, George Gervin, Dr. J.
Yeah.
They want the ball and the glory. All of
them. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Course. So that's the leeway that I give him. My biggest problem with Bron, and ultimately my biggest problem with LeBron-led teams is if LeBron has a primary ball handler on his team, he wins. Rajon Rondo, Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Dwayne Wade. Any other ball handler changes it for him entirely, but he doesn't seem to want one with the Lakers. I don't understand. The idea that there's a trade D'Angelo thing. Prior to that, we traded Westbrook, and I get the Westbrook thing, although he's one of my favorite players of all time. But it wasn't
mine too.
Out, so that's I can understand that. But it just doesn't seem like LeBron wants another ball handler on the floor with him when he really needs one, and he wins when he has one.
Which is exactly the reason why he went to him and said, I can play the point, right?
Right.
So I mean, he was pushing for that from the jump. But when he has the ball in his hands, it does not. We don't move it. We just don't move it. And then you'll see him. He'll get pouty at times, and I get it. And I know you want to win, and I know you want to be the reason. But if it ain't broke, why are you trying to fix it?
It's
so.
You have
that's my problem.
You have a primary point guard. When you have a point guard, I don't care what people feel personally about D'Angelo Russell as a player.
Right.
I feel like he's highly underrated at this point. He's extremely underrated. And a player that gives you something else when they're not giving you scoring is the player I want on my team. So a player that's like, oh man, he's having a bad shooting night, but he's got 14 assists. You know what I'm saying?
Or right.
Or whatever, right? Like AD. If AD's having a bad shooting night, he's got 3 blocks. He's got 10 to 12 rebounds. He's doing other things, right? So,
and even if he's not blocking shots, he's deferring shots.
He's altering shots, which goes back to your original point about rebounding, and we were talking about defense. Not just LeBron, but D'Lo himself. With AD, you can stay home. If he goes out and helps, you actually can drop back and stay home. And now, if you get beat on a switch with a big man, and that's just what happens on occasion when you're switching, right? but I feel like they don't stay home enough in
They
games that they're
don't.
losing. And I'm trying to figure out why they're cheating when he can handle whoever he's guarding one on one. You know, no need to cheat.
Well, because it's they're used to doing it. That's
Fair.
they're used to doing that. So they got to break that.
Yeah.
They got to break that habit. You know, they're used to doing that because before it really wasn't getting done because they missed AD a lot
Yep.
and he's out of there a lot.
Yep.
So they're covering for other guys when they don't have to cover for him.
Sure.
And so it's like you got to retrain yourself not to do that with him out there.
For sure. For sure. Yo, I don't want to make this podcast too long, so I'm gonna hit you with the dangerous question, and I want
Okay.
an honest, direct answer. I know I'm gonna get one from you anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
so hyped to have you on that I want to ask you this question, and of course you can give an assessment, but I want a direct answer.
Okay.
Is this a championship team
No.
this year? No.
No.
Where do they flame out then?
I mean, I'll say this. If we get lucky enough to get all our guys back, see, because having Cam
Yeah.
and having Vincent and having I don't see Rondo coming back. I don't think Rondo's coming back. But having those two
You
dudes
mean
come
Vando,
back,
not Rondo. You mean Vando.
Vando, my bad, Vando.
Yeah.
I don't think he's coming back. I think he probably popped in the key. Well, if it's not popped, it's pretty damaged.
Okay.
So when we have a dude like Reddish and we can let AD not have to move around so much and cover for guys against Denver teams like that, then we can cover Murray because Murray is the one that's the problem.
That's the key.
And we need to stop sagging off of what's the other guy that the
Michael Porter.
Michael Porter, that dude, man.
Yeah.
Man, he's a killer out there. So if if we're sagging off, I don't understand why we're sagging off of him.
Sure.
So if we stay with our man, then he's not gonna just randomly pull up over his guy. If he's by himself, that's when he does his most damage.
Yeah.
But if we get lucky and those guys come back, you never know, man. You never know. I see kind of what happened last year because I feel like we can beat just about anybody on any given night. I mean,
sure.
We didn't have AD and Bron, and we went over there and did the Celtics dirty.
Yeah, we did.
And but that also let me switch it up real quick about something.
Okay.
That Celtic game proved to me that Darvin Ham can coach because he was allowed to coach. He didn't have to worry about Bron. He didn't have to worry about AD. Mm-hmm. He called some sets. The ball moved. It never stopped. And they ran through Boston.
Agreed.
With their guys on the court. So,
yep.
I'm not. Everybody's kind of down on Ham. I'm not one of those guys. I mean, I guess I was at first because the rotations would look kind of funky.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
I think the injuries played a part in that too, though, right?
Yeah, big time. And now having Dinwiddie was a good pickup. He was a good pickup.
I agree.
He's a better defender than both AR and D'Lo. So he can give Murray some problems too. Now, truthfully, the Denver's the only team in the West that I don't see. Minnesota doesn't scare me. No. Minnesota just doesn't scare me.
Neither does the Clippers.
Neither do the Clippers.
Either. Yeah.
The Clippers are gonna be clipping. That's what they do. The Clippers are gonna clip.
And they're small. They're still small in their best positions. So, they're still small. I'm inclined to agree with you. I've heard this term. I didn't come up with it. That the team with the least ifs is a winning team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so the more you talk about a team and you keep saying if, the more you know that team is probably not the team that really gets
Right.
over the top because they need all the
Right.
pieces. But my only if with the Lakers, true if, I mean rebounding is an actual thing on the court, but if healthy, then yes.
If
Not,
healthy, then
then
yes.
no. You know that's my overall thing. I think they're well coached. I think they have the personnel.
Yeah.
I think, I think that I don't know how to say this without going too like far left center,
Say it with your chest,
but
man. Say it.
no, because I don't want to overhype somebody that I think that you need a random 8 to 12 points against really good teams, like some guy that is unexpected, whether it's Dinwiddie, whether it's Vando, whether it's Cam Reddish, whether it's Torian Prince or Rui. Like Rui against Memphis is my perfect example. That was an unexpected 29 points in that game.
Yeah.
They couldn't account for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, as a coach, if you know your competition, you can be like, all right, this is this dude's habits. This dude puts up 6 points a game, right? If that dude that puts up 6 in the playoffs puts up 20, it's like, yo, you're beat.
Right.
You know? So I think they have those guys, but they just got to be healthy.
Yeah, and also, here we go again with this. LeBron has to trust Rui. If you say you're Mr. Miyagi, he's Danielson, then trust Danielson because Danielson is doing his damn thing. So
yeah,
you know, let him work. If he's cooking, let him cook.
I agree.
I
agree.
And also, Reeves is picking it up. He picked it up. Now, every now and then, he'll get beside himself and start doing some extra stuff, you know, when he needs to just slow down just a little bit.
Yep.
You're not ready to take over the game. In the fourth quarter, he tries to take over sometimes, too, and he doesn't need to do that.
Yeah,
Stay within the framework of the offense and let's do what we do. Keep the ball moving. You and D'Lo been murdering all game long, so keep doing what you're doing.
Keep moving the ball.
Keep moving the ball. And
I've said on What's in the Box all season, the most dangerous LeBron is a LeBron within the flow of offense.
Oh man, if he just let them cook. If they're cooking, let them cook. You don't have to. If they're cooking, you don't have to say, "Okay, I got it from here."
Yeah,
just keep doing what you're doing, because the whole purpose is to win. You're trying to win.
Yep.
So if we're doing what it takes to win, keep doing it. I mean, you're LeBron James. You're the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. You're gonna get your credit because you're doing something that nobody has ever done before at this age, ever. Nobody's had this much juice in the tank at this age.
Nah. And he can put up 25 on 14 shots. He can
easy
put up 20 on less than 15 or whatever. So he doesn't necessarily need a lot of shots. When he's within the flow of the offense, the Lakers look like, oh, okay, who can mess with them?
Right.
Because the ball is swinging and it swings to LeBron.
Just move the ball. Just move it. Just move it. Yeah. And the thing about it is you get guys chasing, and the misnomer is that we can't shoot threes. Yeah, we can. Mm-hmm. We can shoot threes. We got guys who can drop that thing, man, and just keep. If you guys keep the ball moving, you got guys running all over the place. Somebody's going to be open.
Yep.
Reeves is a knockdown 3 shooter. I hate on Prince, but Prince is like, what is it, 39, 38%, something like that?
39% on the season, man.
Come on, man. You can't. I mean, look, hey, you know how I'm That's just I feel about him like I feel about LeBron James. Get them both out of here.
Hey, man,
zip him up.
What's Torian making? Man, Torian making what, $4.9 million? He playing about to his value, something like that.
Yeah, he pretty much is. That's about what he's doing. But then he comes in someday, he'll get you 18, and then
real fast.
So he come down and knock down a couple of threes, and we good. But
I actually like him defensively, but I liked Troy Brown Jr. defensively. People were like, nah, but they're gonna get beat ISO. You know, I like them as help defenders. If it's in team defense, I like players like Prince and Troy Brown Jr. Long players. I like them in team sets. In team
well,
sets.
Prince, I think he is better than Troy Brown. You know.
Oh, definitely.
I think he's a better player than Troy Brown. So we upgraded there, and then, but I'm telling you, Cam Reddish doesn't get the recognition that he deserves because that boy is so cold on the defensive end.
They're a different team.
He's like what's that little guard that New Orleans has? The little Nat.
CJ McCollum? You're not talking about McCollum, right?
No. The little guy that comes off the bench.
Alvarado? Is it
Alvarado? Man, he is a pest. Yeah. But so is Cam Reddish because you end up forgetting that he is right. You know, we make a basket and you forget that he's in the area and you just leisurely throw the ball in. He gets stealing the basket. And it seems like he does it at least once a game.
Yeah.
So you got to watch him, and he's agile and I didn't know he had that much bounce.
Yeah.
He's long and can guard from the 1 to damn near the 4. He's a key component. We need him.
He has to.
We definitely need him
though. He has to come back now. I don't want him coming back late and still playing himself into health is not good. So if he comes back, I don't know what the timetable is. I feel like they said he'd be back like 2 games.
Yeah, they did.
Now, but yeah,
they did.
He's back and gets to play about 20 games. I'm with it. Like I don't want Gabe Vincent, for example. I don't want him if he comes back the last 5 games of the season. Just sit out.
Yeah. You talk about Kendrick Nunn Jr.
For real. But look, man, like I said, I don't want to hold up your time and keep the show going too long so people, you know what I'm saying, can get the bulk of what we're talking about. This is my man, Dave Digga. I did ask you my direct question. Are the Lakers a championship team? You and I said no if they are not healthy, right? Is that where we at?
Right. That's where we at.
They're not healthy. All right, cool. Yo, thank you for coming on. We got to do this again. Before the playoffs.
Man, whenever, bro. Whenever.
All right,
let me know.
For sure. Yo,
respect, fam.
For sure. Respect. This has been Hang Out for a Second. This has been a special episode of What's in the Box Track with my man, Dave Digga. We did not have a Tory and Prince argument. We agreed that he all right. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. I'll catch y'all next time, man. What's in the Box Track? We out of here like last year. Peace.